Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik, and this is a Game 1 the Pacific Admits Edition. This is my play-by-email match against Robert. He's a Japanese player, and for me it is Allied side. The scenario 1.5 on game version 28. This is now turn February 12th. My cruiser formation is returning from this Navy battle yesterday at Port Moresby. Enemy submarine, but more or less only a little damage on the enemy, not enough to get rid of them completely. Rowboat is also here, still not enough damage. But my Dutch submarine hit mine at Balikpapan, and you can see here in the corner that I hit a Mark II mine. So I hit, I think, a British mine I laid there before. I hit my own mine more at the end. That is of course a little stupid, but could be also wrong information that this is not a Mark II mine, but at least the game will tell you the information you hit your own mine in Balikpapan. And this was a supply runner unloading, but maybe not successful. Night bombardment. Here, torpedo drops against my cruisers, but no hit. More are coming. That Robert is using now torpedo bombers for night attack with a very low chance to score a hit. Means he's scared about cap trap, I would say. Now I'm here at Balikpapan, shelling the base. I found no enemy ships in port. I find some zeros, but not a lot of damage against them. A little damage for the base forces and the base itself. Starting to sweep the mines at Townsville. I am back over Aichang to slaughter more Key 727, but not today. And that was the damage destroyer, more or less too slow to follow. And the escort destroyer, because the game always give you for damage ship what is breaking part of the formation, one ship to guide or guard. Electra. These are torpedo attacks, so unlikely to hit a destroyer. At least if the destroyer is fully functional. So the escort is doing the job, but the chance that the Dutch destroyer can reach Java is very, very slow. And tomorrow, I think latest, the Japanese cruisers will here show up and finish off. So I will have to scuttle the Dutch destroyer if I can survive this turn. So now Robert is detecting incoming forces, so he starts to sweep, and now he bombs. And because this is open terrain, there is no cover for my troopers. And I prefer to destroy enemy capping aircraft and not using long-range cap over my own forces. Because if there's a zero wing coming sweeping my P-40s, I will always lose. Especially in long-range cap, then I will also lose my pilots. So for normal cap, it's maybe acceptable. Afternoon, torpedo bombers are back. Electra can still avoid all hits so far and even score some hits. But Van Gent went down just by stress and increasing flooding. So now Electra can simply go home. No one more to protect. Still some aircraft are going for venture out to keep the pressure up. Bombardment. More bombardment. Same here. Here none. Clarkfield. And my unit is trying to be destroyed, but not today. No, still on the map. So today, losses for Japan a little higher, but nothing too great. Mostly Nels, damaged by Electra's flak, and operational losses. I also had a P-40B, what I use in China, ops losses, but the pilot is fine, okay. I lost this Dutch destroyer, and here again you can see the destroyer hit his own mine, or allied mine. That is of course unlucky. Not that the Dutch destroyers are super good, but at least you can have decent destroyer escort duty out of this kind of ships later in 43. For sub hunting they are good. But first in 43, so I would say I have so many other ships in 43, I don't really miss this one. Here is still nothing, still mines blocking the approach to Townsville, better avoid this. Again, this bombardment was not exactly what I was hoping for. I hoped for more enemy aircraft on the ground. Electra was able to avoid everything, and that is the positive, so I can simply return now and escape here with full speed. The bombardment itself cost me one Dutch destroyer, but I don't have any other Dutch destroyer now here. This is a Dutch destroyer, so this is I think the same class. First in June of 43, they get upgraded to very good sub-hunting flag destroyer, but again, this is at that moment I have hundreds, not hundreds, but 100 at least additional American submarines. Nothing here. I concentrate really only to block if there's maybe a bombardment task force coming for Palmbang, then I could maybe create some damage. I see no real task force here. In China, I also can only see tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow I war across the river. Then we will see how strong is disruption. This unit is more or less 50% disruption. Is fine, is fine, is fine, is fine, and HQ is also fine. So I lost one unit maybe under airstrikes. We will see if I can get the lucky hit. Most important is I need to have the supplies, and I have always my issues with supplies. I have nearly full supplies, but yeah, nearly is not enough. I need more now. Nothing here at Burma so far. And yeah, the rest is also fine. No approach to storm Java again. Nothing really crazy happening in Burma, and in China is also I block the east. I wait to get rid of this unit more or less. I have 4,500 AV in Xi'an, lacking the supplies, but to really afford this kind of big army. 25,000 supplies still here, and the same in Changsha. So Southern Front have supplies, the headquarter have supplies, but Xi'an area is lacking supplies, that for sure. Yeah. More? No. Saratoga is still here, waiting for the upgrade in March. And some British air fleet is building up and training, but nothing too special. Calcutta air fleet training British and Chinese units. No, nothing too great. I could only check shortly. I fly more missions than the Japanese. You can see 6,000 to 5,000. So I have more aircraft on the map running missions, training missions, whatever. Good. Then see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.